All right, welcome everybody to Stockhouse University. This is Liv. Today I'm going to be going over my day trading setup in the pre-market and also my day trading setup during the day. So to start us off, let's go over how I do my pre-market trading. So I use Webull and I use TradingView. Now if you haven't watched my other videos on how to set up TradingView and Webull, I'm gonna recommend that you pause, open a new tab, go on over to Stockhouse University's YouTube page, and search for the other videos regarding how I set this up. So the first thing you want to get to know is that with Webull, it does not have real-time chart information for the pre-market. That's why I have to use TradingView. So today I'm on my account that I've been growing from $500, and this is what my setup looks like in general. Just another reminder, it would really be beneficial for you to watch the other video first. So what I like to do is I ignore all of this. The only things I care about is this right here, because this is going to show me my trades. It's going to show me my quotes here. If we head on over to SPY, for instance, I see my quote, I see the average volume and what's going on, and then I also see the level 2, which is very crucial. I have my buy and sell with the limit, and I can check my estimated profit. So we're going to run through an example on what I mean by this, and I will show you guys now. I'm going to head on over to TradingView. I'm going to minimize Webull. I'm going to open our lovely Google Chrome browser, and I'm going to type in TradingView. Once I have opened TradingView up, it's going to look like this. I did my best to keep it looking as default as possible because I'm assuming that most of you will be creating a new TradingView account with our TradingView affiliate link that Stockhouse University provides. Check in the video description for more details on that. So what you're going to want to go do after you've created an account, this is a blank account that I made recently so I can do this and show you guys. You're going to go down here, you're going to go to account billing, I'm going to click on that, and you're going to be brought to settings. Now, most likely you will be doing a free trial, or you might just outright pay for it. But you're going to have your trial because you have to pay for at least the pro in order to access this. And your account information over here, I blocked that out so that my account information isn't on the internet. You're going to look for this, extra data subscriptions. You're going to click on Add Extra Market Data. Once that opens up, you will look for ARCA, check, NYSE, check, NASDAQ, check, and OTC, check. Now, what these do is they allow you to see in real time how the stocks are moving in pre-market. Because like I said, Webull doesn't show you the movement of the stock, and that's very crucial for the way that I trade. And I'll get a little bit more into this. So once you've done that and you've checked them off and you've done next, it's about $8 a month. Now here's why this is important to have both this open and Webull. So if we open up SPY, for instance, and we let it open, we click full feature chart. This is a blank chart, by the way. I like to trade blank whenever I'm in the pre-market because all I'm trying to look for is what's going on here. So what do I mean by that? Well, when I have this open, I like to move this browser right here to the side, and I keep it minimized. Sorry for the car enthusiast. And I'm going to keep this right here. And I have this open on the 1 minute. So I change it. You can type anywhere as long as you click on TradingView. 1M. No, just 1, sorry. Just going to type 1. And you're going to see the 1 minute chart. Now, the reason why you need to see this is because in pre-market, you're going to realize that a lot of stocks just run, especially if you're using our alerts. And what's going to happen is this is going to show you the charts as they run. Here for SPY for 26th of March, you can see the movements as they happen. Now, what's going to happen here is that when I find a stock, I'm going to open it up on Webull. I'm going to quickly type it in. So let's say a stock that just recently ran is Weifu. So I'm going to type in Weifu. I'm going to look at it, see what price it is, right? I'm going to type it in here as well, and I'm going to look at it as it's running, right? And I decide when is it the best to enter, because the real-time alerts from our Discord channel is going to say, hey, here's the stock. So I'm going to type them in both very quickly, and then I'll be looking here to see the stock move. If it is a stock that just pumped up all the way up in the morning and then it dropped down, or is it a stock that's pumping and moving? Because if it's moving, then I'm going to enter. And after I've decided if it's moving and I'm going to enter, I'm going to go back here to my trade, go to active trade, and I'm going to click buy plus 2 cents on the ask, and then I'm going to look for my profit right here in my positions. Now, of course, like I've said, I've already outlined the setup for this in my previous video. Once I see the price that I like as the exit, I'm just going to click sell bid, and that's it. I also conveniently have it on my mouse, the Logitech G602, and I put key binding so that when I press control, it will open up this, and I can press control 2. So if I press control 2 now, it asks me for my trading verification, of course, and if I press control 3, it's still going to do the same things. But in the previous video that I go over how to set up Webull, you'll be able to see what I do. And that's pretty much it for the day trading in the pre-market portion. Now, during the intraday, I like to actually not use TradingView because you'll see it real time. So the first thing I have is the options chain. It's going to be right here. It's going to show you all the options. I like to keep it on both. I do 6, and I typically like to view the option chain as it moves to make sure that I can see what the incentive for the stock is. So for instance, I keep this open right here, and I just like to skim this every once in a while. I'll look at all the SPY ETFs, the sectors, and I'll see how they're doing. As you can see, at the end of the day, everything rallied. So that's a good sign for me, because in my other one, I like to look at the VIX, see how it's moving, SPY, and Tesla, of course. Now, when I decide to go into a trade, I would go over here to my 500 companies, all the companies I love that I use pretty regularly, and let's say I'm going to go into Apple. I'm going to click in Apple, and I'm going to look at the options chain. I will see a price that I like, maybe the 121 call. It went down a little bit. Actually, let's do a put because it's Apple. You never know what's going to happen. So let's say I'm going to do a put. I'm going to do an entry here, and I'm going to set a limit. I like to set a limit as the stock goes up to buy a put for it, because I'm assuming it's going to go down after. This is, of course, with technicals being implemented, but just for sake of showing you what's going on, that's the way I like to do it. So I'm going to buy a limit price of, let's say, 0.30, because I'm familiar with the prices of Apple, so I know this is within a range that it will go for its options contracts. I will do that. I will, of course, buy it. You can use the graph here to see what the price is. I don't like this view, so I just keep the table. And then coincidentally, after that order goes through, it will be here in your positions. Now, what I like to do after that is I just simply like to go back, right? This will be gone. I'll click on my order, and for the sake of this, I can click this as well, and this is a sell. Now, if I buy a couple contracts of this at 130, I will set a limit sell price at 140. That's $10 a contract. If you can afford 10, you just made $100. And that's pretty much it when it comes to the day trading. I use the MACD, I use the RSI, but when it comes to the 500 companies, I know their numbers, and I look at the technicals the day before so I can see where we're at. Right now, I'm looking at Apple, and it's just doing its thing, being sideways in this small span of a week. But overall, we're going on a negative trend, a downtrend, of course. And you can see that right here. It's just moving. What I want to point out is that this is what works for me. It may not work for you, and that's okay, right? I just wanted to show you guys, because I get asked this a lot, how I do it. Let's go ahead and go over quickly my mouse setup and why, even though I have these buttons, sometimes I just press Control and the button that's on the side of my mouse to execute a trade. And this is the Logitech G602. So the Logitech G602 is great for anyone who has big hands, who wants a pretty good $50 keyboard. It's a couple years old, but it's still amazing in the price. I've had this mouse for over 4 years and it hasn't failed me. It uses rechargeable batteries that you can buy on your own, and it's just great. It's wireless and it also has a dongle. So here is the software. When you open up the software, this is a Logi Hub. You are going to click on the actual mouse and you will be able to change the system settings. You honestly don't need to, because I have different profiles, which is pretty cool that you can do for other games and such. But this is the default one that you come when you get the mouse. I have changed it to do trading so that I can do some specific stuff here. Undo, copy, paste. This is when I'm quickly looking for stock I like to trade like this during the normal day. But in the pre-market, I always keep the default because I have key bindings, or hot kiwis, to 1, 2, and 3. And of course, I go over this a little bit more in depth in my previous video about my Weeble setup. And right here, if we go back, that's really it. I just have a good mouse. I have this setup right here, and I have an $8 subscription to TradingView, which really is about $25 since you do have to buy the Pro. But they do give you, a incentive to get the full year, which I highly recommend because it is only $108. And if you use our affiliate link at Stockhouse University, you get an even better price than that. So let's go back here. So that's it for you guys. I hope you guys take care. Please remember to like and subscribe. That helps us a lot. And don't forget to just give us feedback on how you feel this video could help you and how it did help you in the Discord and in the comment sections below. All right, you guys, take care.